Hey y'all.
Oh, hey.
Yep, it was nice to quit. Streaming from the phone today. Just not about to play with these computers. Like, not about to do it. So come on in, come on in.
The water is fine.
Right.
Season 4.
Mm-hmm. Episode 2. That's you. The one viewer.
I didn't open it all the way.
Oh.
So.
Hey you, whoever you are. There you go. Hey,
Keisha. Sorry.
But it's somebody else other than her, so, but, sure.
Maybe it's me.
You look good, girl. You want to come on camera? Because now we can invite people on camera because we on the phone. Somebody, you want to make a debut on the Wine and Grow? What we talking about? Oh, taking advice from our family and friends when dating. Very interesting topic, I believe. Very.
Okay.
Let me stop messing with that before it fall. Because I'm going to make it fall if I keep messing with that.
Okay. Whoops.
Anybody want to come on camera tonight, raise your hand, and I can bring you on because we're doing it from the phone, which means I have access to do so. Anyway, so I'm Ken.
I'm Kay.
She's Kay. I'm Ken. And this is Wine and Grow. We wine when we grow, and when we grow, we need wine. Boom, bada, bam, boom. That's just going to be the ending to it, too, because I got it, and I'm excited. It only took 4 seasons, though.
But about bam. I can't even say it.
Boom, bada, bam, bada, boom. So, it only took 4 seasons, but we here, and I got it, and I'm happy. So, yeah. So, it's week 2. I hope you guys watched, if you didn't catch us live last week, rewatched the video or shared it, commented, whatever. We appreciate all the love, even if it's after the facts. Yeah. So we're here this week to talk about should we listen to our friends and family when dating? So basically, do we take other people's advice when they're trying to tell us about the person who we dating? That's a deep question. My opinion, and I think it's obviously easier said than done, but I think we should consider.
Thank you.
Right? That's the easy way to say it.
The good word was consider.
We should consider to basically I feel like more of us, I feel like we should learn to listen, but obviously nobody listens, so we should at least consider what our friends and family have to say about the people that we dating. And that's just because I just feel like sometimes when you're in a relationship or when you like somebody, you can be blinded by that thing and you don't really see the negative flaws that people may have, the red flags. It's harder for you to see because you in it, you in lust, you in love, it's just all butterflies and flowers and stuff. You don't want to hear nothing. So, yeah, that's my take on it.
I think that we all see red flags. I don't think that we are really blinded. I think that it appears that way because we like that person. It's not blind. It's just that you're choosing not to see it and thinking that it's okay. That's something that you're okay to live with.
Some people just don't notice. I mean, I've been in situations, like where I didn't notice things. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't notice things until I started to notice them. Whereas people would say, "Well, I already knew that. Okay, why you didn't tell me?" Those are those type of situations, and then they feel like, well, I didn't think you would listen. It's not my business. It's not my place. But at what point do we take responsibility? Like if I know my friend is dating or my family member is dating somebody who's not safe for them, or or maybe mistreating them, and I think somebody might have asked me this before. It's just like they knew some information and wanted to know if they should share it with the person. Like. Yeah, like now, what they do with that information, that's all on them. But I feel like we should do our part, you know, in protecting our people. Now we cannot control the way they receive it at all, you know, but at least you've done your part. And I feel like we do have a role when we're saying that these are our family and friends and we love these people. You do have a responsibility to share certain things with them. And like Keisha said, it's okay if you know that it's genuine. If you're coming to somebody with something and you know it's genuine, you're not just starting to start nothing, or you ain't hating, or, you know, jealous of their situation, but you really have some information, you know, or you really have some concerns. Like, don't come with some, I think, I saw, I may know, I heard. Like, don't tell me something you heard. If it ain't a fact, right, don't bring it.
If you ain't see it or hear it with your own two eyes, if you wasn't there in the presence, you ain't got nothing to say to me.
Yeah.
But I feel that, so in most cases, I feel that a lot of the times we do know. It's just the fact that we feel conflicted because we don't want to feel like we're making the wrong decision, but you know what choice you have to make. It's the fact that you don't want to make that choice. And you probably know the advice, whatever they telling your family or friends is telling you, you know it. In most cases, you know it. You're not ready to end that cycle. You're not ready to leave this person, not knowing because you don't know what's going to happen after the fact. Because you want to just keep holding on, but you have to move on to see it, because either they're going to come back or you more than likely are going to find something better.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we talked about last week. It's kind of just not being afraid to let go, like, because you're not going to miss out on something that's for you. Period. She mouthed that I said it.
For me?
Period.
I did.
It looked like you did. Yeah. We'll see on the replay. But yeah, it's like, if it's for you, it's for you, and that's cliche. Like, we hear it a lot, but it's real. You know, like, no.
I know I have to get back to, because I know I stopped asking this, like, are you looking for advice or are you just trying to vent? Because if I'm coming to you with a relationship issue, I may not be looking for advice.
Yeah.
I may just want to let it out, because like I said, I already feel like I know what's going on, but I just want to hear it out loud and, you know, just get it off, and then I'll probably be good
and be able to make a choice for yourself.
Yeah, because I'm saying it to somebody else. They'll give you their facial expressions if they ain't saying nothing out loud. So you're gonna know regardless of how they feel anyway.
And being a person who kind of, I input myself in people's business, and that's beyond relationships, you know. And I said this a lot on the previous season. Girl. If you come to me as a friend or a loved one, a family member, you come with me with an issue or with a question or with, you know, I almost feel like you want me to say something, you know, and I had to learn. Sequoia taught me that, you know, just to be like, you know what, do you want advice, or was you just trying to vent? Like, and I started asking that even when it didn't have anything to do with relationships. If people was coming to me to vent about their business, about money, you know, like their financial situations or something, you know, okay, like, first of all, do you want help? Because like I said, I'm a fixer. So I automatically, as soon as somebody tell me there's something wrong, I'm like, okay, what can I do to help this person? But they may not want your help. They may already have a plan, and it may be better for them to figure it out on their own. And if you're constantly trying to fix their problems and trying to help them, you're being a crutch. And that's like the same in relationships. You know, like, sometimes you just have to let it go. You know, you may be trying to tell somebody over and over again that you feel like this person ain't good for them, or I've seen them do this, but over and over again, they go back. Over and over again, they don't listen. You know, so at some point, you just decide, I'm not going to tell them nothing else. Like, you just going to have to learn. And that's where I feel like it's the other people that you like, that other person on the other side, and being both people, I'm like, it's like irritating. You know, because it's like, why, as a person who's been a person who didn't want to listen, right? I'm gonna talk from that perspective. You know, when I saw signs over and over again, and then my friends trying to protect me, and I still didn't listen, you know, it's like, what? Why can't I simply learn? You know, not only from other people's advice, but from my own experiences, right? We're supposed to apply those lessons and learn from them, not keep doing it over and over and over again. But why do we get stuck in these cycles? Why?
Because it's a choice.
And because it's just a growing, right?
Yeah.
You got to be patient with yourself, and sometimes you do have to allow yourself to just learn through it.
Yeah.
You're not strong enough to let go.
Yeah.
You foolish.
You feel like you're not.
Exactly. You scared, you know, to move on, to move forward. You know, there's so many different elements that come along with it. And that's why I feel like we have to encourage one another. You know, like even if you're not happy with a situation that your friend or family member isn't in, or you find yourself being that person that somebody isn't happy with, be supportive. Except, you know what, friend? Thank you. I appreciate your advice, but this is my situation, and I'm going to deal with it the way I want to.
And that's how I feel.
Or, hey, I know this is your relationship. I respect what you do. I still love you. You don't have to take my advice. I just wanted to share my concerns. No hard feelings. You know, like, you don't want those things to ruin your relationship.
Yeah, I just feel like, and I also feel like even though we giving these people advice where they come from family and friends, half the time these people that's giving us advice where they are family and friends still got their own stuff going on in their relationships that they're going through, and you trying to give me advice, but you probably going through the same thing. So why aren't you taking your own? So no, I don't care for the advice that you're trying to give me because you're not even taking it. And on top of that, like I said, some of these journeys are my own journey for me to figure out. Your advice, yes, it can possibly help, but at the same time, experience is not going to be the same as mine. It may be some similarities, but I just rather go through it, like you said, just to learn through it for myself so that I do know what I need to grow up on, and not always end up blaming the other person for what I'm going through because I ain't fixed something with myself. And just keep it going. But I'm repeating these, when you talk about why we want to repeat these cycles, it's because you haven't learned the lesson. No matter what person has told you, or even if you think you have, you more than likely have it, and that's why you're repeating this cycle. It's you may not want to, but you're going to repeat this cycle because you still haven't figured out what other lessons could be learned in that type of situation.
And sometimes you can be like when you said, like, basically listening to somebody who's going through the same thing. Sometimes it's easier to see your issue when someone else presents that same issue. You know, it's like, dang, I didn't even know. You can be talking to them, telling them, oh, you doing this and doing that, and then you be like, wait a minute, I'm doing the same thing, or I'm the same person. You know, like, so sometimes it just brings light to your, you know, so if you find yourself in that, speak up, say something like, but you doing the same thing. You know, like, and it's like this proverb. I want to say it's a proverb. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. And I'm not going to say it verbatim, but basically it just says, like, a wise person learns from another person. You know, like, that's a person who's wise. You don't have to, and it's a proverb. It's a quote or somewhere out there. Y'all can Google it, whatever. Let me know. I'm gonna try to Google it and post it later. But you know, like, a wise person can literally listen to someone tell them something and learn from that, not having to go through it. That's the type of person that I want to be. You know, I want to be wise enough to be able to hear something and discern it to a point where I don't have to go through it to learn from it. And I pray that everybody gets to that point where you don't have to be hurt and be down to learn a lesson. Like, simply, like, somebody who's been battered and abused can tell you, I've seen this, I know the signs, and blah, blah, blah. And you say, you know what?
That's a different one.
Cool.
Please take that advice.
Please
take that advice.
You know, like,
that's the advice I would really want somebody to take, especially because the downfall of that could end. It won't end well all the time. So that's the type of advice. If it's something like that type of situation, and you looking at advice on how to leave, take that advice. Take that advice because it may save your life or save somebody's life. But if it's like just something, I mean, even other, you know, relationship problems, or if it don't even have to be a romantic relationship, y'all. It can be relationships with your family and things like that, because we've talked about forgiveness with family members as well. I can be open to certain advice, but I think because of how I am, I like to deal with it and try to figure out a lot of things on my own before I come to somebody, because for me, I am aware of a lot of things. I pay attention to a lot of things, and because I think a lot, I feel like I've seen this. I'm replaying certain situations where I probably seen this before, so I know. That's what I'm saying. I mostly know what's going on, and I feel like a lot of people do know what's going on. It's just we're choosing not to
acknowledge it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just ignoring red flags and stuff. Yeah. We just kind of went in. Like, just went in for a moment. Like, we just boom, boom, boom. Just hit on it. Like, any comments out there? You know, any life stories, examples?
You so funny when you say I like to insert myself. Remember when you asked me that question about a person? And I wasn't even talking about telling y'all nothing. I said, wow, where'd that come from? Because I just want to know.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, the mind just gets curious. But, you know, I'm just speaking more towards when people, like, when I see my people going through stuff, you know, or if I see continuously somebody being hurt by something and I want to just be like, you know what, you know, constantly want to tell them no. Or sometimes I've just learned to just be like, you know what, I'm praying for you. Like I just learned to stop offering myself up, you know, because some people just don't want to hear it.
And what we want for somebody may not be what they want at that time.
Yeah.
We want to see our friends happy. We want to see our family happy. Not to say that
or
they
not
don't
even
wanna
not that they don't have to say want, but we can say what they're ready for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not what they're ready for. Like they're still in a situation. They're still learning. They're still exploring, and sometimes you just have to let them have that time. Yeah. Yeah. You just have to let them have it.
Let them go through the motions. Because it's not our journey. It's theirs. It's their lesson. And they're going to have to handle it how they're going to handle it, because it may break them down even more to where they figure out more things about themselves versus the one lesson that they were supposed to learn in that situation.
Yeah. But I would just like to say, I think we should consider the advice of our families, our friends and family when dating. I pray that we all get to a point where we can, right? Like, I think that that's ultimately the goal, where we can listen and learn versus having to go through and learn.
We ain't saying go tell all y'all business to y'all family and friends and constantly be looking for advice that y'all know y'all not gonna take. Yeah. Just like, you know, when you got those major issues, those major red flags, and if you really don't know what to do and you really are looking for somebody, and don't be going to multiple people trying to get advice, y'all, because that is confusing. And now it's not about what you want anymore. You listening to all these different people. Exactly. And so it's about what they want, and you're going to go with what they want versus what you actually want.
And you putting all those different things together, and you making a scenario that you think you decided on.
And then you're going to go back and blame the other person when you made that choice. We all have choices. It's up to you to decide which one is best for you. Yeah.
Hey, Nene.
Y'all, I can't see for real, so if I lean in, it's because I can't see.
We both lean in because it's on the phone, so it's smaller. Yeah. I'll be home next weekend. Hope to see you, girl. But yeah.
Oh, 2 weekends. I thought you said you're traveling every month.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, me and my line sisters are turning 10. We getting old. 10 years old. Wow. Shout out to FWMD. About to be a celebration all weekend.
That's good.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I am.
Sorry, y'all just shifted, but still. Y'all hanging with us. It's Wine&Grow, and we just talking.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been having a lot of stuff going on personally, so I haven't been as excited as I would like to be. But, yeah. I always have a great time when I'm with them, and it's just like sometimes you just need to be around energy to even forget about your own trouble, and sometimes you think that you going through the worst situations and you get around people and you hear other stuff and you be like, nah, ain't you too, because everybody be going through stuff, so I just be pushing through.
I mean, that's how you can do, because you're gonna get through it anyway. Y'all, we went to a live band Monday. It was great. Yeah. Music is good for the soul, if y'all ain't know.
I mean, y'all been following me long enough to know that that's just my jam. Like going in to see the live bands, like I love it. Like it's everything for me. But I would literally go. That's something I would do by myself. I don't need nobody with me, because like it's just like she said, it's
I love music, even if it's not a live band. I just love to listen to music, and I would sit there. Because it takes you to a different place, and calming is definitely the one. And I would just sit in my car, like I did actually. After I picked up my auntie this morning, I sat in my car. I came outside, like, what are you doing? Nothing. Sitting in the car, like
it's just something about those instruments, though, and seeing people in their gifts,
their emotions, and you like them really feel.
Yes, like I just feel so excited to see them perform and put their all into their gift and their talent, sharing it with the world. I'm like, you guys, you have to know that that's not an easy thing to do. To get up there in front of know how many people, even if it's 2 people.
That's why I don't sing in front of nobody.
It's nerve wracking, so I always give my best energy, whatever I can, to people who perform, because I love it. I think that's dope. So if you out there and you in a band or you a singer and you be having shows, let me know. Put me on.
This lady scared me at Walmart the other day. She said, "Is that you singing?" Mind you, she said it exactly like this, and I didn't even know she was in the aisle. And my mask was on, and I looked over. I'm like, "Yeah, your voice is so beautiful. First of all, you came off real strong, lady. I don't know who you are, and you just get the crap out of me." Yeah. Also, what time is it?
Right, because we don't see the time on this one.
Y'all, we have an event coming up.
Yep. It's a Mother's Day event. But you know, I was wondering if we should open it up to people who aren't mothers.
Yeah, because some people, I mean,
it's a wine tasting.
It's a wine tasting, but it's for Mother's Day. But it's on, well, it's
an honor of Mother's Day.
But if you are not a
mother,
mother,
it's open to all women, we'll say that.
You are more than welcome.
It's a ladies only event though.
You know, that's actually better because you got people that have lost babies and got their rainbow babies. And
so it's a ladies only event in honor of Mother's Day. You know, so we'll have something special for the mothers. But
we like wine, y'all.
So we're having a wine tasting event on May 1st. Location provided at the time of your RSVP. It will definitely be limited space because of the location. And there will be wine, which is going to be free to taste. However, you will be required to buy some wine, you know, so minimum purchase, which will be also told at the RSVP because I need to know, because like that's determined by how many people RSVP, you know, so I can't really say, but I mean, most likely it's going to be $20 to $25 minimum purchase. So per person, and we'll provide the snacks and stuff like that, and additional wine for people to drink, because obviously the wine tasting comes with a limited amount. So we have some additional wine and hors d'oeuvres for people to have, you know.
And you must RSVP, y'all.
Yeah. And you could just DM us to RSVP. We're going to post the flyer and stuff after the show. We just wanted to promote the show and then promote the event. Yeah. We don't have too much stuff going on at one time.
It's confusing. Because I know I get confused all the time.
Yep.
But yeah, y'all.
Yeah.
Anybody got no stories?
No comments, no questions.
I mean, it's always good, but at the same time, I mean, you know.
We didn't say what we need to say. Like, some things just
don't
require.
To get on and get off. We ain't gonna be trying to stay on here for hours, y'all.
Yeah, some things just don't require a 30 minutes to an hour conversation. Like,
absolutely not.
We said what we said.
And that's
like,
on that.
You gonna take the advice, or you not gonna take the advice, you know, but
and
we
that's
have
from
to
this and your family
deliver,
and friends.
yes, but deliver it. It's all in your delivery, and make sure you do it, you know, so do it in love, and respect the fact that some people just may not be ready for it. You know, and understand that if somebody is offering you advice, that they're doing it in love. So don't be offended. Accept it, receive it, contemplate it, consider it. That's all we asking. We ain't saying you gotta go with it, because again, it's your experience, and there's things you're going through that we don't know, or the other people don't know. You know, they can't see every little thing, you know, so there's stuff you leaving out when you're telling us stuff, or telling your people stuff, but some people like to tell you stuff just off observation, you know, but they're not there all of the time observing you, you know, so they're only going off what they see in a moment. So make sure, you know, you take heed to it, but you know what's real.
That's exactly what I kept saying every time I thought about this topic, especially up to today. I'm like, yeah, just take heed to it, but you know, that's so funny. But it's so funny that you said that. Yes, it was my hick.
Yeah, he getting ready to go. His daddy on his way to come get him. So yeah, so he washing his clothes and stuff, you know, doing teenager stuff, because mama don't pack bags no more.
Period.
Mama don't wash clothes no more. I'm starting to not cook. Y'all seen the little stuff that I've been posting on my story. He been cooking and stuff. So go ahead, young man, do your thing.
It's time.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
I was say right. We ain't gotta keep this dragging now.
At all, because it's 7:30 in my mind.
And I gotta pack. I have not packed a thing, and I'm leaving.
I got to get up in the morning.
Yeah, I have not.
We got to get on the road to go to the airport.
Yep, I have not packed. Shout out to friends who drive you to the airport. Because
not every which airport it is, y'all.
They drive you to the airport when your flight at 7 a.m. because you know you need to be there a couple hours in advance. So those people who willing to get up with you at the crack of dawn and go to the airport. That's why this is my dog. Okay? my dog.
Don't ever forget it. I just want y'all to know, don't ever forget that.
Yeah.
She said it and we stuck like glue.
Yeah.
Gorilla glue, that is.
Okay, guys. Oh, can you look up the next episode? Because my phone on the thing. So, we're back next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m., same place. Grab your wine and get ready for a new conversation.
Next week's topic is long distance versus real time dating. Ew.
Okay. That's
Y'all
going to be a
know
good
how
one. Long distance versus real time dating. And I've done them both. Yep. So we're going to talk about that a little bit next week. Maybe we should bring on a guest next week.
That's fine.
Anybody who watching or whatever, you know, you want to come on if you've been in a long distance relationship, or if somebody who's done both and can compare and contrast. That's the type of person we want to come on.
Done both?
Yeah. So, you know, anybody who's interested, hit us up, let us know. If not, we'll just go ahead and just tell our own experiences. But it's always better when we have guests. So, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I have to think about this because I don't think I have a real experience of. Oh, yes I do. Okay, never mind.
To say.
Yeah. We ain't going there. All right,
y'all. It's all love. Thank y'all for being here. Remember, y'all can subscribe by turning on your notifications for my live videos. So, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys next week. Have a good night.